So in this section, we are going to discuss regarding more in-depth scan. In the previous one, we just checked the host discovery. Now it's time to move forward with the complete end-to-end scan. So again, to see what type of scanning configuration are available in the OpenVas, we can go under the configuration section. We have the scan config on the left hand side. You click on this and it would show you all the different types of scans that are available: base, discovery, empty, full and fast, host discovery, log4shell, and system discovery. These are the different types of scans that are available. Now we checked the host discovery, that is the network host discovery scan configuration. It only checks two things, whereas if you go for full and fast, that is a complete scan and it is using most number of entities. It is using around this many. If you check, around 159,552 different sorts of entities are being utilized to perform a scan. Base, discovery, empty. Now in this module, we are interested to know about the full and fast scan. You click on this and basic information would be available. And if you click on the plus section, you are going to see multiple different information. Scanner preferences, NVT family, so it is going to do a brute force attack, all the Cisco related one, the CentOS local security checks. If anyone is aware about the Nessus, we do have similar settings inside the plugins sections inside the Nessus modules. So Debian local security checks, lots of things. And if you want to get actual detail NVT's information, we can go for the security information and NVTs. Here it would be showing you all the NVTs that are available via the feed section of OpenVas. In free section, you are going to get this much. If you have a paid subscription, definitely you are going to get much more number of quality data from the Greenbone itself. So again, we want to perform a scanning for full and fast. So how do we do? Let's say I have a system called as Metasploitable 2 vulnerable machine. That is 192.168.1.5. This machine and the IP address we want to scan for any vulnerabilities. And we know Metasploitable is the intentionally created vulnerable machine which has lots of high, medium level of vulnerabilities that are already present. And we can get the same information with the help of our OpenVas full and fast scan. So let's try to create the same. Now again, we want to go to the targets and let's create a new target saying something like, MS2 scan. And write a comment that this is my Metasploitable 2 scan section. Now, which is the device that you want to scan? We know that it is 1.5. So I'm going to write 192.168.1. Only one single host. We do not want to exclude host because we are not scanning any and we don't want to excluding any particular thing. Port list, we want all the TCP and UDP, all INA assigned TCP and UDP ports. Scan config can be written as default, that should be fine. Now we need to give a credential also. Previously we didn't take up any credentials, but now we are going to take one of the credentials, SSH. So again, we do not have anything. If I have created two, but let's create for the, I can give here MS2 my scan. This is my credential name. Same, I want to write a comment. The type is username and password or SSH key. Both of them is supported. Allow insecure use, say it yes. Username is MSF admin. Password is the same and just go ahead and save it up. Do you want to elevate the privileges to the root user? Root is the highest privileged or highest accessible user inside the Linux based systems. Create and give a name ms2 root credentials. You can write the same comment. Again, allow insecure use. Typically you should not, but for the demo purpose we can use this msf admin, and same is the root elevated passwords. Both of them are in correct place. You go and scroll, both of them should be no, and make it save. Now our ms2 target has been selected. The IP address, it would be only one. All the ports and the credential that are going to be utilized for this particular scan. Previously we didn't had any, and we now have multiple things. Now our target has been completed. So to perform a scan, go to the task and create a task. And give here ms2 complete scan. Write a comment. This is full scan of ms2 machine. Targets, now we have already created. Just go ahead and select this particular thing, ms2 scan. Minimum QOD, write it 50 or maybe 70, 90, whatever you want to add. Alterable task, yes. Do not delete the reports. Now the scan config is by default selected as full and fast, and that should be our goal. And now we want, let's say, the maximum NVTs per host should be, let's say, 50, because we are only scanning one, and this should be one. So we have edited that, and just go ahead and save it up. Task is alterable, and now we have the new section that we have created. We would just go ahead and start the scan up. It is requested, it would be forwarded to queued, and followed by some percentage would be shown up. As this is a full and a complete scan, and it is a very huge one, it would take more time as compared to the previous one, but the number of vulnerabilities would be very high. Now it has moved to the status queued, and soon there would be some percentage would be visible. Let's wait for it. Yeah, so it is now at 0%. You are also getting the dashboard in the real time that you have to know. We will be back once the complete scan has been done. So now the scan has been completed. This is how it would be looking like. You would be given the status as done, the severity, and few more stuff would be presented. Let's have a look how the information about the vulnerabilities would be appearing in the OpenVas. So you go to the reporting section, and you are going to get something like this. You have the high 21 have been identified, 41 medium level vulnerabilities have been identified, low level are 6, 95 are log, and any false positive that occurred is 0. Now if we want to look regarding which are this particular 21, we go to the resulting section. Now you are going to get everything here inside the result section. The name of the vulnerability, the severity, you have the mitigation or the solution type, how you want to mitigate. So there are different types of solution available. We'll come up on this topic later. Quality of detection, you see the percentage, how accurate the OpenVas is regarding this particular vulnerability is present on the device or not, the IP address which was scanned, the name, the location, port number, some more information, and the time that is created. These are the information that is being stored. If you click on any one of the particular vulnerability, for example, R login, passwordless login is identified, or possible backdoor ingress lock. If you click on this, you are going to get detailed information regarding the particular vulnerability. The summary, a backdoor is installed on the remote host. Why? Because it's a vulnerable machine. So I may have done exploitation onto this, and this may have some sort of backdoor installed. Some detection result, detection method, the version used, the impact, attacker can exploit the issue to execute arbitrary commands in the context of the application. If it is successful, it will compromise the affected system. The solution type is either workaround or a whole cleanup of infected system is recommended. So some workaround. Let's see what are the different types of mitigation available. So if you click again on the documentation level, you are going to get multiple different icons. If you here also you see, you have this arrow sign, you have this round circular with a toolbox, then you have something that is getting downloaded and few other stuff. So if you go and check here, you have the solution types. If you are getting this particular scenario, that is the vendor fix, that means it is an official fix that is released by the original vendor. Original vendor is someone who manufactures Microsoft, Ubuntu. The developer has released a patch for the affected product. So it would be fully resolve the vulnerability if it is otherwise noted. So otherwise everything would be good. Workaround. Workaround is information about a configuration that can be used to avoid exposure to the vulnerability is available. So this is something like a first line of defense. For example, any new vulnerability is released before any mitigation or vendor fix has been issued or even discovered. So something we can do on a workaround. On an alternate basis, we can try this as of now on priority. Then we have mitigation. Information about the configuration or specific deployment scenario that helps to reduce the risk of the vulnerability. You are mitigating, you are performing certain actions to mitigate, to reduce the risk. There is will not fix. So there is no fix for the vulnerability and it would be never done. This is when the product has been orphaned or is no longer maintained or otherwise deprecated. For example, if someone is still using Windows 7, Windows XP, that has been now end of life. So if those products are still utilized inside the network, there would be no available fix by Microsoft itself. And we need to know these things before taking any steps. And the last one is none. So if there is no fix available, information should contain details about why there was no fix. That is how it would be looking like about this information. Then we have the reporting section also, which would also give us the same overview regarding the certain things. You go to the results or you go to the vulnerabilities that were already present and found out would be now visible. Then you have the results that we have seen. The vulnerabilities also would be something like which one was identified, sort of things. This is how you get the scanning details in the OpenVas. Now you can create a folder or sort of things where everything would be sorted for the tech. Then let's say we want to export also. So we can, export the same results. How do we do in the Nessus? Similarly, we can do in the OpenVas also. So you go to the reporting section. Whatever scan has been taken care of, you click on that scan and you are going to get a complete information about that scan. The results, the host, that was host name was Metasploitable, the open ports, applications that are running, high, medium, some low level of things, IP address, ports that were opened up, all these things. Some are medium, some are high, some are very high, 10, 9 high, 8.I high, 7.5 high. So there are different types of high applications, port number, and you have been identified with the application. So VSFTPD 2.3.4, PostgreSQL 8.3.1, Samba 3.0.20. So different versions of the application that are already running would be visible. The operating system is Ubuntu 8.04. The common platform enumeration, that is canonical Ubuntu Linux 8.4, the exact name. All the CVEs that were identified onto the particular device. And in TLS certificates that were identified, error messages in user text. Now we can download this and certain things we can do. Apart from it, we have different options again. Report list, you have add to assets, we have corresponding results, and few more important stuff for our day-to-day basis. So this is how it would be looking like in form of certain things. We can even go and download that report. For example, you have different types of formats available: PDF format, TXT format, XML format, CSV results. If I write CSV result and you make it okay, it would go ahead and download a CSV file for us. This is how it look like. Let's open and see how the CSV would be looking. Now we have the CSV in place with us. And again, similar to Nessus, we have the OpenVas. I can select all and make it big. Regarding the CVEs score, severity, quality of detection, solution type. Let's say I want to filter out the report. I want to have mitigation or vendor fix, or just give me all the one which will be not fixed. So that should be my priority to work. Quality of detection is 99. There are 3 vulnerabilities that are present, which are found to be not having any fix. And that should be a concern regarding why and what type of information we do have. If we export the same report in form of, let's say, PDF, and check how the things would be looking like in the form of PDF. Yeah, this is how the PDF would be looking like. You have the scan report, the date, the contents. Also in the left hand side, you have different types of indexing. So you go here and you will check regarding this. You can share this report to your stakeholders that, hey, we have identified this and this is how it is going to work regarding the solutions, regarding the detections, and every other information that is required for you to share. So this is how we do the reporting, scanning, and every sort of things on a regular basis, monthly, quarterly, on demand as per the need, and generate a report, share it with the stakeholders, and do the task of patch management, remediation, and mitigation of those particular vulnerabilities. Thank you. Stay tuned.